morning and welcome to Messy Church with Michelle and me, Kimberley. This morning we are looking at Job, which is a book in the Bible, in the Old Testament, which is the bit before Jesus came along and is written about in the New Testament. You'd be forgiven for feeling that we're in a bit of a tough time at the moment with COVID-19 and this third lockdown. But this chap, Job, it's a funny name, isn't it? But his name is Job. He was given a really tough time. Really poor chap, even worse than what we're going through now. Let's have a think about how God tested Job and how we might react if God caused us this kind of suffering as well. It's a bit of a funny one, as God actually speaks with Satan, the devil, about this man called Job. He was a good man and pleased God. So one day God told Satan just how pleased he was with Job. Satan replied that of course Job was good because he had a charmed life with all that he needed and more. So God gave Satan permission to test Job. Over the course of one day, Job is told that his 10 children have died. His sheep have been stolen and his servants killed. A pretty shocking day, I think you'll agree. Despite this, Job prays to God. The next day, Satan causes Job's skin to break out in some nasty, painful sores. Job is convinced he must have done something terribly wrong to deserve this punishment. But he does start to feel a bit cross with God at this point. He carries on trying to be good and praying to God. And I think when we feel that God isn't listening, all we have to do is remember he's got the whole world in his hands.
Hi, it's great to be with you, and if you're able to stand up, why don't you stand up wherever you are and join in with our actions. And the first action is going to be creating this globe with our hands. Are you ready? He's got the whole world in his hands. 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 And again, he's got the whole world in his hands. 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 And for this next verse, we need to think of a plant like a sunflower or a tree, and a creature like an elephant or a tiger or a lemur. Okay, are you ready? He's got the plants and the creatures in his hands. He's got the plants and the creatures in his hands. He's got the plants and the creatures in his hands. He's got the whole world 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 in his hands. And for this next verse, we need to go low with our hand to show kids, and really high, as high as you can, to show a really big adult. You ready? He's got the kids and the grown-ups in his hands. He's got the kids and the grown-ups in his hands. He's got the kids and the grown-ups in his hands. He's got the whole world 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 in his hands.
I do like that song. Because he remained true to God, God then gave Job more property than he had previously. He gave him his good health back and new children and a happy and long life. So the moral of that story is that no matter how we might feel we're being tested and having a difficult time, we must trust God and we must continue to pray and praise him because he has a plan and he will look after us, and things will get better. It will be all right in the end. Thanks so much for joining us today. Now I'm going to hand you over to Michelle's craft section.
Right, welcome back to the craft section of today's Messy Church. And today we're going to be making a little memory card to help us remember about Job. Kimberly's been telling us all about Job and how things happened to him, but he was really patient and he never lost faith in God, he never blamed God, and how everything worked out well for him in the end. So we're going to make a little memory card that says, bad things happen to good people like Job. And inside, we open it up, it says, we need to be patient like Job and never blame God. And down one side, down this side, you can see my delightful pictures. I'm not very good at drawing. I'm sure you guys are going to be better than me. Okay, so before he had money, he had sheep and camels and oxen and lots of servants at the bottom. And afterwards, he just had more of everything because he was patient, and that's what we need to be. So I'm going to show you how to make one of these. And if you're not very good at writing, you can do drawing. And if you're not very good at drawing, you can do writing. Or you can get a grown-up to help you, or a big brother or big sister, and maybe they can do the writing and you can do the decorating. Okay, so there's something for everybody. Right, so I'm going to pop that there, like that. And what you're going to need is a pencil, a selection of colours. Now I've pinched these from Tilly. Some of you might know Tilly, she reads the Bible bedtime story. I've borrowed these from her, but I'm sure she won't mind. And a piece of paper or card, okay? Now you can have it whatever size you like, but I've decided to make mine into a small-ish card, okay? And you need to make yourself a little tiny pencil mark right in the middle, okay? So you might need a ruler for that bit. And what we're going to do is we are going to take one side of the card and fold it over like that into the middle so that you've got one flap. And then you're going to take the other side and fold that over so it meets in the middle, okay, like that. And then you'll be able to open it out, okay, so you can see that, yeah. And when you fold it, make sure you give the creases a really, really hard push down so that they're nice and firm, okay. So that's the first bit. Now the next bit is we're going to write Job in the middle. To make sure that it opens exactly in the middle, what we're going to do is we are going to do the circle around the opening, okay? So I would do it in pencil first if I were you, just to make sure. So you're going to do a O right in the middle, like that, okay? So can you see that? That circle in the middle, the O, there we go. And then, so when you open it up, you can see that it will open down the middle. And so that we can decorate it and colour it in, we're going to do another one, a bigger one, all the way round the outside. Oopsie, that's a bit of a funny circle. That looks more like an egg. Just going to rub that little bit off and make it into a circle shape, not an egg shape. There we go. So there's our O for Job. And then on the other side, you can do yourself a nice big capital B. And then I'm going to do two little sort of almost like D shapes in each part of the B so that it looks like a capital B, and then you can colour it in, okay? And then we're going to do the J at the other side, okay? So, and I'm going to do it like this so that we can colour it in, okay? And then you'll be able to colour it in just like that. Now I used dark pinky purple colour on the outside and a paler pinky purple colour on the inside, okay? But it's up to you. You can do it whichever way you like. You can do lots of different colours if you want to. You could have a rainbow colours, whatever you've got, whatever takes your fancy, okay? And then we're going to write across the top, okay? Bad things happen to good people like Job, okay? So you can write that across the top here, okay? Now I used a black pen for that one, I think. Oh, no, I didn't. I used a dark blue one. But again, it doesn't really matter. You can do whichever colour you like. So I'm just going to start it off so you can see. And I'm literally just using my normal writing. Okay, so it's my normal writing. And at the bottom, I've written Job 1 to 42 because that's where we can find this story in the Bible. Okay, so it's quite important that we remember that. So I'm going to put that on the bottom as well to help us remember. Okay, like that. And then inside, what are we going to put inside? Okay, well inside we're going to write, like I've done here, we need to be patient like Job and never blame God. Okay, so now if you're not very good at writing, you can maybe get a grown-up to help you with this bit. So I'm going to just start it off here. Start at the top because there's quite a lot to fit in. Okay, we need to be. Okay, we need to be. I've written at the top. And then we could, just thinking about this has just popped into my head, we could put patient in the middle in a different colour. And we could even, if we wanted to, write it in capital letters. Because actually, it's quite important, okay? So we could write it in capital letters like that. Hope you can see that. I've written it in red. Okay, and then we need to finish off the rest of it by writing like Job and never blame God. Okay, and then I've drawn a squiggly line round mine and put some stars in the middle because I like stars. Okay, and then on one side, on the left hand side, we're going to have what, oopsie, it fell down. There we are. We're going to put before at the top, because that's a list of all the things that Job had before. And then on the other flap, we're going to put after. And there we're going to put all the things that he had afterwards. And that was even more than he had before. So that's a lot of things. So if you remember in the story, Kimberley will have mentioned he had money and sheep and camels and oxen and lots of servants. I've only drawn stick people because I'm not very good at drawing, okay? And then for the after side, I put it in words, okay? Just to show you, you could do both in words or both in pictures. You could do it however you want to, okay? And then you will have this beautiful memory card to remind you of the story today and how to be patient and never blame God, just like Job. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have fun making these and decorating them, and it'd be really great to see some if you want to post pictures online. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye!